What in the world is an armadillo? Good day, wildlife warriors. Today, we're going on an adventure to meet one of the most brilliant little critters you'll ever see. It's the nine-banded armadillo. What a beauty. This little fella is a mammal, just like us, but it looks like something straight out of prehistoric times. It's often called a little armored one, and when you get a good look at it, you'll see why. They are absolutely fascinating animals, with so many unique features that make them perfectly suited for their environment. You won't find anything else quite like it roaming around the Americas. It's a real survivor, a true battler of the bush. Now, let's talk about what this little champion looks like. Imagine a small animal about the size of a house cat covered in a hard, bony shell. This shell isn't one solid piece though. It has sections, or bands, right across its back. The nine-banded armadillo, as its name suggests, usually has about 9 of these bands in the middle of its body. This gives it a bit of flexibility. It has a long pointy snout, perfect for sniffing out a good feed, small black eyes, and surprisingly large ears that can hear the tiniest rustle. Its legs are short and powerful, ending in sharp claws that are absolutely fantastic for digging. The armadillo's shell is its most famous feature, and it's a real masterpiece of natural engineering. It's made of bone that grows right out of its skin, covered by a layer of tough keratin, the same stuff our fingernails are made of. This armor covers its back, its sides, the top of its head, and even its long tail. It's like it's wearing its own custom-made suit of armor, ready for anything the world throws at it. The only part that's a bit soft is its belly, which is covered in thick skin and coarse hair. It's a clever design, protecting it from most dangers from above. This amazing creature is a member of a very special group of animals that includes sloths and anteaters. They are all relatives. Even though they look very different, they share a common ancestor from way back. The nine-banded armadillo is the only type of armadillo that has made its way into North America. All of its other cousins live further south in Central and South America. So, if you're lucky enough to spot one in the United States, you're looking at a true pioneer, an explorer that has expanded its territory further than any of its relatives. What a little legend! So, where can you find this little armored powerhouse? The nine-banded armadillo is a real trooper and has been expanding its home range for over 100 years. Originally from South and Central America, it has marched its way north and can now be found all across the southeastern United States. From Texas to Florida, and even creeping up into states like Missouri and Illinois, this critter is on the move. It's an incredible story of success, showing just how adaptable these animals can be when they find a place they like. They are true adventurers of the animal kingdom. These fellas aren't too picky about where they set up camp, but they do have their preferences. They absolutely love habitats with soft, sandy or loamy soil. Why? Because they are expert diggers. They need soil that's easy to work with so they can dig for their food and create their burrows. You'll often find them in forests, woodlands, grasslands, and even scrublands. They also like to be near water, so areas with creeks, rivers, and streams are prime real estate for an armadillo. As long as there's cover from bushes or tall grass and plenty of soft dirt, they're happy campers. Speaking of burrows, these are an armadillo's home base. They dig these underground tunnels for safety and to rest in during the day. An armadillo might have several burrows scattered across its territory, some simple and short, others complex with multiple entrances. These burrows are super important. They provide a safe place to hide from predators, a cool spot to escape the midday heat, and a cozy den to raise their young. They are master architects of the underworld, creating a network of safe houses that are vital for their survival in the wild. One of the main reasons they love areas with plenty of cover is because of their main defense mechanism. When danger strikes, an armadillo's first instinct isn't always to curl up in a ball. That's a trick mostly used by their three-banded cousins. The nine-banded armadillo will often try to run away, zigzagging through the undergrowth to find the nearest burrow. If it can't get to a burrow, it will use its powerful legs and claws to quickly dig a shallow trench and press its body into the dirt, leaving only its tough armor exposed. It's a brilliant strategy to protect its soft underbelly from harm. Now, what's on the menu for our little armored friend? The nine-banded armadillo is mainly an insectivore, which is a fancy word for an insect eater. Its diet is made up of all sorts of creepy crawlies. We're talking beetles, grubs, ants, termites, and worms. They are not fussy eaters at all. They use their absolutely fantastic sense of smell to find their meals. They'll shuffle along with their long snout twitching, sniffing the ground like a little vacuum cleaner. They can smell insects and grubs buried up to 6 inches deep in the soil. What a sniffer! Once they've sniffed out a tasty morsel, it's time for those magnificent claws to get to work. They use their strong front legs to dig furiously, creating small cone-shaped holes in the ground as they search for their underground buffet. Then, they use their long sticky tongue to lap up the insects. It's a very efficient system. Besides insects, they will occasionally eat other things too, like small reptiles, amphibians, and even bird eggs if they find them on the ground. They're opportunistic, meaning they'll take a meal wherever they can find it, which is a key to their success. These critters have some really unique behaviors that make them stand out. One of the most amazing things they do is jump straight up in the air when they are startled. It's a defense reflex. They can leap 3 to 4 feet vertically. This might scare off a predator, but sadly, it's not a great strategy when it comes to cars, which is why they are often seen on roadsides. Another strange habit is how they cross water. For small streams, they can hold their breath for up to 6 minutes and simply walk or run along the bottom. It's absolutely incredible to watch. For larger bodies of water, they have an even more clever trick. They can gulp down air, inflating their stomach and intestines to make themselves more buoyant. This allows them to float and paddle their way across to the other side, like a little armored boat. And here's a mind-blowing fact for you. Female 9-banded armadillos almost always give birth to 4 identical quadruplets. Every single time the 4 babies develop from the same egg, making them perfect clones of each other. Isn't that just the most amazing thing you've ever heard? Nature is full of surprises. So, after learning all about this little champion, you might be wondering, what's its job in the big picture? Why is the armadillo so important for the environment? Well, these little diggers play a huge role in keeping ecosystems healthy. Their constant digging and burrowing behavior is a process called bioturbation. By turning over the soil, they mix up all the nutrients. This helps aerate the soil, which is fantastic for plant roots. It's like they are nature's little gardeners, tilling the earth and helping the whole forest grow strong and healthy. Their appetite for insects is also incredibly important. By eating millions of grubs, ants, termites, and other invertebrates, they help to control insect populations. This is a massive benefit, not just for the natural environment, but for people too. They help keep pests in check that could otherwise damage crops or trees. Think of them as a natural walking pest control service, working day and night to keep the balance. Without them, some insect populations could get out of control, causing all sorts of problems for the plants and other animals in the area. They are true eco-warriors. The burrows they dig don't just benefit the armadillos either. Once an armadillo abandons a burrow, it becomes a ready-made home for other animals. What a little philanthropist! Creatures like snakes, rabbits, opossums, and even burrowing owls will move into these vacant dens. The armadillo provides shelter for a whole community of critters, making it a keystone species in some ways. It creates habitats that are essential for the survival of other animals, proving that even a small creature can have a massive positive impact on its environment. Everything in nature is connected. So, the 9-banded armadillo is much more than just a strange-looking animal with a shell. It's a survivor, an explorer, and a vital engineer of its ecosystem. From its amazing armor and unique behaviors to its role as a soil aerator and insect controller, this little fella is a true marvel of the natural world. It shows us that every single animal, no matter how unusual it might seem, has a special purpose. The armadillo is a reminder of the beautiful complexity and wonder of life on our planet. What a phenomenal, absolutely gorgeous little creature.